Hi guys, I wanted to quickly show you the prisoner's dilemma problem with the Archeage server merge. So, if you have two players and they both have two decisions to make, namely to either stay on the server and merge with the other low populated server, or to transfer to an existing high populated server. We have the player which is in blue, and we have the red player here who also has the choice to stay or to transfer. Compared to the old server you were on, the population, there's hardly any population. It's a low populated server. People call it a dead server. The new merge server, so the population will basically double, gives you a satisfaction of 8, let's say. And since we'll make it easy and blue has the same preferences, blue would also have a satisfaction of 8 on the new server, on the merged server. However, blue notices that if he changes, so he switches, so he transfers, he doesn't stay on the merge server, he will gain a satisfaction of 10. And the red player notices the same thing. If he goes away from the server where he only has 8, from the merge server where his satisfaction is only 8, he can go to a server where he has 10 satisfaction because it has a high population, a thriving community, you name it. However, this is only the case if the blue player stays. So if red transfers and the blue player stays. And because the red player switched away, the population on the initial server suffers, and the satisfaction for the blue player goes down. So let's say if the red player switches, the satisfaction for the blue player on the merged server is only 2. And as we said, we're going to make it simple. Red has the same preference, so if blue switches and red stays on the merged server, which is then dead because blue switched, his satisfaction will go down. Leading to the problem that red, of course, knows this. He knows that blue has an incentive to switch, and that if blue switches, or after blue has switched, his satisfaction would have gone down from 8 to 2. Which means that he doesn't want to play on a dead server anymore, so he will want to switch as well. So he's gonna switch, and he's gonna gain a satisfaction level of 5 instead of 2. And the same happens for blue. Blue knows that he will have a satisfaction of 2 if red switches, and say that he doesn't want to stay on the merged server, so he'll switch as well. So here, let's do the arrows. Just quickly show. Which basically means both players have an incentive to switch. So regardless of what blue does, red will always switch, because 8 is smaller than 10 and 2 is smaller than 5. And the same goes for blue. Regardless of what red does, blue will always gain value if he switches to a high populated server. Now, why is 5 this number 5 here rather than 10? Well, with the more people switching, the more competitive it would be on your server to find land. You might not even get onto the server you want to, because there's a cap. Try and put a cap on the amount of players they'll take into certain servers and to certain factions, for example. And you might not even get into the server with your friends or your guildmates, and that would really suck. So your satisfaction, while being high because there's a lot of players there, you would not have your original guild or your original friends maybe, or there might be a lot of people trying to get the last scrap of land. So your the combined satisfaction of both blue and red, if they both switch, would be 10. However, the combined satisfaction on the merge server would be 16, and that's simply the problem with the prisoner's dilemma. The best outcome would be 16 if both people would stay, but since both people have an incentive to switch from the merge server to a high populated server or an existing high populated server, we end up with the value 10 compared to 16. And the numbers are made up, but it shows you that switching, unless you like low populated servers, switching will be the best play.